Well, welcome to our new season of This Is Not My Show. I'm your host, Dwana Bradley, and what better way to start our first season, our new season, with Superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, Dr. Ian Roberts. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Good morning, Dwana. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I am truly excited to be here, just 1 week away from the start of the school year. So yes, it's exciting.
It is exciting. It just doesn't seem real that we're 1 week away and you're finishing up your first year with the school district.
I am, and what a year it has been. You know, the year went by rather quickly. It is true that, time flies when you're having fun, because boy, did I have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to what is to come.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about what does it mean to you to be the leader of the largest school district in the state of Iowa?
First of all, I'm humbled. I'm humbled. You know, I'm honored whenever I've responded to this question of why me, why now, why Des Moines Public Schools. I sometimes, at the risk of sounding sanctimonious, I would say that it's sort of a divine calling for me. Being at this point in my life, in my career, and having this opportunity to lead a district that has 31,000 students, with 76% of those students who qualify for free and reduced meals, but equally as important, a district that serves students who hail from 110 different countries where 83 languages are spoken. We like to say that our diversity is our superpower. And so those are just some of the reasons why I am truly humbled to be at the helm of this organization, right? One that has so much potential, so much talent.
Right. And let's take a little reflection over that first year that you've had. Thinking about that first year, what are you most proud of that's happened in this first year?
Yeah, I would say that there are three things that I'm most proud of, right? The first is the fact that I was able to get into Des Moines Public Schools with a board and board leadership who hired me, supported me, and pointed me in the right direction, certainly for the first 90 days.
Right.
Of course, since then we've had and experienced some board changes, but there's still a really positive relationship between the board and superintendent, and that is critical. And the second thing that I'm proud of is the community has welcomed the change in the Des Moines Public Schools, and they have embraced me with open arms. And I leverage that excitement and made sure that I got out into the community, start to really cultivate some meaningful relationships that will support the work of moving the Des Moines Public Schools towards excellence. And I want to make sure that I'm building on that next year. And then the third reason that I have to reflect on that I'm most proud of is just our ability to expand learning and educational and instructional opportunities for our younger students. So we have been relentlessly focused on our preschool program, and we were able to expand that. And so I'm proud of those three initiatives or accomplishments, if you may.
No, that's great. And also thinking about the things that have gone well, what are some things that you're looking to improve upon as you're going into your next year?
Yeah, I think one that stands out is just I've constantly reminded all of our school and district leaders about our reason for being here. And that reminder is usually grounded in the fact that we are an educational organization. We are a pre-K-12 instructional organization, and I expect every single school and district leader that touches teaching and learning to be focused on instructional outcomes. And so I'm really excited about the fact that I've seen a lot of buy-in from school leaders around what it means to truly focus on instruction, and that bodes well for what is to come.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And as you led the district over this year, what have you learned about yourself as a leader?
Yeah, I've learned that although I pride myself in growing my own empathy muscles, I've learned that there's still room for me to grow and get better.
Yeah.
Because there have been encounters with adults that reminded me that it's important for me to sort of model what I expect adults to do with children, and that is to give adults multiple chances to get better, to improve, in order for them to be their best selves for those that they're serving. And so certainly I am a work in progress, even as I grow my own empathy muscles.
Yeah, and what excites you? I know you've talked a little bit about, the fact that, we're pre-K all the way up to 12th grade, but what really excites you about this school year?
Goodness, there's a long list, but I would love to just share three with you that keeps me up at night with excitement.
Yes.
The first is we are certainly making some really radical pivots in our instructional model. So at Finley Elementary School, for example, we are going to start our Montessori model, expanding it from just Coles Montessori, which was one Montessori school. It's going to be at Finley next year in grades K-5.
Okay.
Additionally, we are offering another Montessori program at Pleasant Hill Elementary. And the goal is to make sure that we are expanding Montessori, which has been proven as a quality instructional model, to more students and more families. Additionally, at Finley, we are experimenting with this hypothesis that if you keep students a little longer in elementary school, exposed to the same environment, the same teachers, you're likely to see an increase in academic, social, and behavioral achievement, meaning from 3 to 4, grades 3 to 4, grades 4 to 5, and now hopefully grades 5 to 6, because Finley will now have a pilot as a grades K-6 elementary school.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
excited about that. And the final thing that I would say that I'm excited about going into the next school year is the fact that for the very first time in Des Moines Public Schools history, it was said it is the first time in more than 20 years, we are starting the school year with 100% of our school and district leaders positions filled.
That's great.
100% of our classified teacher positions filled. And areas such as transportation and food and nutrition, they're 100% staffed. And so having the adults in place to serve students on day one, I could not ask for anything else.
Yeah, no, that's great. I was going to say that this is the year that I heard that you all have these leaders in place. And so I think that's going to be really great for, you know, our students, our families, to be able to have those in place.
Yes.
But we also know that with all of the changes that have happened within our government, that students are leaving the district and going different places. What is the plan in place to really help start to attract? Because I know that even though they leave, that they do come back.
Sure.
So then what would be a plan or some hopes that you would love to see to bring those students back into the district?
Yeah, you know, Dwana, we have taken ownership of our students not staying in the district. Certainly, I know that some of our education policies on Capitol Hill here in the state's capital have impacted that, but we are looking inward and thinking about what decisions should we make in terms of a strategic approach to bring students back. And there are a number of sort of strategic moves that are on top for us. The first is what I alluded to earlier, right? When we've looked at the data, the most significant departure of our students is between grades 5 and 6. And so our students and their families are clearly voting with their feet and they're leaving the district. So one of the reasons for the expansion of grades K through 6 is to make sure students are staying with us much longer. Additionally, the quality of our instructional program and educational program, we have to make students feel as if they are truly in a school system that values them, that invests in them, where they can feel a sense of belonging. And so one initiative we're moving forward with this year is to truly create opportunities for student voice to be elevated, right? So we started some conversations last year with a group of students who will lead what we're calling the Superintendent's Advisory Council. And this is a group of students from every high school that will meet with the superintendent and at times meet with the board to share their perspectives, and so that we can truly understand what are they asking for and make sure we value them. And then the final, I think, initiative is the Des Moines Public Schools, we have to make sure that we are marketing with some intentionality all of the amazing things happening in the district. We are truly a world-class institution. There are so many amazing things happening in terms of student output and teacher input. We have to do a better job at marketing those.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a chance to do that really quick. If you were to make a pitch to families and even to students to say why this district, come back to this district, what would you say to them?
The first thing that I'll say is this. We are the only district in the state of Iowa that has a district-wide focus on culturally responsive pedagogy and culturally responsive leadership. What that means is recognizing that our student demographic and the population is changing. We are committed to making sure that we are valuing and elevating students' lived experiences and their identity in the classroom and out of the classroom. How is that manifesting itself? One, we're valuing students based on their religion, their culture, their identities, and we see those as strengths, and we're teaching them accordingly using a framework that really focuses on not only grade level instruction, but we're teaching our students in grades pre-K through 12 in ways that are meaningful, affirming, and engaging. And cultural responsivity to us, Dwana, is not just what happens in the classroom. We've made a serious pivot in terms of our food and nutrition.
Yeah.
And so what we've looked at, given the fact that, again, students hail from more than 110 different countries, we have now increased the diversity of recipes that we have in all of our cafeterias, right?
Yeah.
To make sure that we are cooking and offering more ethnic meals as opposed to just a cloned approach to food and nutrition. So truly, truly excited about that. And then the last thing I want to share is our commitment to making sure that we provide greater access to technology. We're going into this school year with 136 buses will be Wi-Fi equipped.
Yes, that's
so
great.
students have access to Wi-Fi between home and school, and when they're traveling to games and to other extracurricular activities. Truly excited.
No, that's great. Well, I don't know why people won't be excited about the new school year. We're starting the school year here very quickly. You've shared amazing things about Des Moines Public Schools and what they're doing. You've taken a little bit of time to reflect over your leadership. Now we're going to ask you about 10 questions for people to get to know you.
Yes.
I think people know you as, you know, the superintendent of the largest school district in the state, but let's just talk a little bit about you. So I'm going to ask you just 10 questions, and we can just go through them as quick as you want to. The first one, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Okay, red's your favorite color. Was there a teacher you had growing up who made a significant impact on your life?
Yes, there was. Mr. Michael Bredesen, social studies teacher.
Okay. What's your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest accomplishment, I would say, is having impacted thousands of students by having them and encouraging them and being a part of their ability to graduate from high school. I always look back on those fondly.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I'm one of three boys, so two brothers.
Okay. What do you like to do in your free time?
I have very little free time, probably about 30 minutes, but in my free time, I enjoy writing. I certainly enjoy reading, and I've been taking advantage of all of the beautiful lakes and trails here in central Iowa.
How many pairs of sneakers do you own?
You know, I stopped counting.
Did you? Okay.
Because I think it's going to give me heartburn as I think of the financial implications of my sneaker habit. So, yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite quote or saying?
I do. I do. One of my favorite quotes comes from a gentleman who I look at as a mentor, Nelson Madiba Mandela. And the quote is, "There is no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children." You can tell a lot about a community, a society, a school district based on how we treat the least amongst us, and that's our children.
Yeah, that's great. What's your favorite food?
Anything with rice. I absolutely love rice. I can eat it 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay. Do you have a favorite spot you like to hang out here in the Des Moines or greater Des Moines area?
I love all of the lakes. I've enjoyed Gray's Lake, Easter Lake. I certainly enjoy just getting out either for a walk, a bike ride, or a run. So I've enjoyed those when I'm not in schools.
Okay. Last question. One piece of advice you would give students for this upcoming school year?
I want all of our students to know, 30,784 students who will knock on our doors, that they have unlimited potential and the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Roberts, for taking a little bit of time to talk to us here on This Is Not My Show. We're excited that you all took the opportunity to listen in today as we talk to Dr. Roberts. Thank you so much for tuning in to This Is Not My Show, where we continue to have conversations with individuals, businesses, and organizations who are making an impact on communities. Take time to take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.